Okay, I'm going to show you a little fishing trap. This works as a leg or head snare, body snare as well. This trap, I don't know the name of it. There's a couple different forms and variations on it. I just made kind of my own variation today. I'll show you. But this works really good for kind of an automatic fishing pole. You can set a bunch of these along the river or lake shore and they can do the fishing for you while you're off doing something else. So what I've got, you can use the whole tree, or in this case I'm just using the branch. The branch is going to act as the fishing pole. This is part of the trigger. Normally this would be struck down into the ground wherever you want it, close to the water. This ground's still frozen here, so I just took it and lashed it onto the tree itself with paracord. This has a little figure 7 notch in it. And then on the end of the branch, I just took a short piece of paracord, tied it to this trigger. And that has the other figure 7 notch in it here. There's one string tied through. I drilled a hole just so it wouldn't slip off. Did that with the Leatherman flat-headed screwdriver bit. And this other side of the trigger stick, this is where you'd tie your fishing line. I'm only using paracord. Normally I'd use fishing line for all of this. I'm using paracord because you won't see it in the video, but everything's the same. The trap will probably move slower, but principles are all the same. So what you're going to do here is, once that's all lashed up, this only takes a few minutes to put together. You do not have to drill that hole through the stick. You can just do a rolling hitch or some secure clove hitch so that that doesn't slip off of there. So you only need to carve 2 notches, one in a short stick here and one down here. And that's really all the cutting and carving you do. So it only takes a few minutes to set up. Then what I'm going to do is just bend the whole branch down. And this is loading the trap up with tension. These 2 notches are going to go together real easily for the camera for me. This is a pretty easy trap to set usually if you make those notches right. Just like that. So now we have a pretty sharply bent spring pole held on here. You got your fishing line here coming off this side of the trigger, right next to where the notches are. So you get the most leverage against it. And then on the other end of your fishing line here, you would just have a hook with bait. Whatever you can find, worm, bugs, fake flies, hand-tied stuff, whatever. And you throw that out. And the idea here is, take up all my slack. A fish would grab the bait and the hook and tug on that trigger, and up it goes, releases the tension. The branch snaps just like you would a fishing pole when you're setting the hook, when you feel the nibble, and bammo, you got your fish. It keeps tension on, and you can tie a bell or some noise-making thing to let you know when it goes off. Otherwise, just check them regularly, and yeah, you got yourself a fish while you were off setting other fish traps or taking a nap. Works really slick. It's a really, really handy trap.